Hello everyone. So I was requested, I don't know if it was this video, but it was do some scary TikTok videos. So here it is. What a terrible face to make when I pause. Okay. Let's get into it. Don't be scared.
Next video, I'll be creating a YouTube video all about your scary, weird, paranormal experiences. To be featured in the video, make sure you are subscribed to me on YouTube, go to the community tab and find this post. Then, type your scary story.
I'm featured in it right now.
Scariest stories will be chosen and featured in my next video. So go on over to YouTube and check it out.
That was terrifying.
I have a Ouija board story time. If this is the type of content that you're into, feel free to follow along. I post a story every single day. The person who submitted this wishes to remain anonymous.
I think we should all follow this lady. Not for any of the content. Look at her. I want to be the mother of her kids one day. Wait, what?
So let's call her Sophia. When Sophia was about 14 years old, her sister, and a couple of their friends decided to start playing with the Ouija board. At first, they didn't think anything of it. They had actually come into contact with a 12-year-old boy who had drowned. Due to this, they of course felt sympathy for him. Everything was fine until one day Sophia decided not to play with the board. She actually had a phone call, so Sophia's sister and her friends decided to play while Sophia was in the next room on the phone. When out of nowhere, she hears screams coming from the room. Sophia, of course, runs into the room. When she runs into the room, she sees that no one has their hand on the planchette, but the planchette is moving around like crazy, spelling out Sophia over and over and over again. This, of course, freaked everybody out. Sophia's uncle is actually a pastor, so she called and told him about the board. At first, he was of course angry with her for playing with the board, but decided to pray with her over the phone and told her of a few prayers for her to recite anytime she felt afraid. After this, none of the girls wanted to go anywhere near the board. They actually put the board away without even saying goodbye. Although they stopped playing with it, it did not stop bothering them. At times, the board would just randomly fly out of the closet right into the girls anytime they would be in the room. They tried countless times to get rid of the board, but every time they got rid of it, it would just magically show up back at the house. Eventually, they did manage to get rid of the board by giving it to Sophia's uncle, who was a pastor. They're not exactly sure what he did to dispose of it, but after he took it, it never came back. So if you've ever thought about playing with a Ouija board, don't. Just don't. It's not worth it. And even if you get rid of it and you think you are cleansed of whatever you came into contact with, you're never fully cleansed. These things remember you. They remember your face, they remember your name, and even if they're dormant, they never stop following you.
No, don't leave. I love you. What?
This story is remarkable.
This
is the Titanic reincarnation case of Jamie and Thomas Andrews.
Growing up in Madison, Wisconsin, Jamie's parents said that he was a really happy and easy kid. He grew up with a speech impediment, but they noticed it was more of a British accent at times. And his parents noticed that Jamie never went past the first few steps in their swimming pool.
The rest of the family loved swimming, but Jamie seemed terrified of deep water.
He would use different terminology as well, the terms port and starboard to indicate from left and right. When he was 5 years old, things started to shift as Jamie began having night terrors. He would jump out of bed in a full-on sprint, almost as if he was looking for a way out.
Doctors told them it was just sleepwalking, but Jamie's parents felt there was something else going on here.
One night, Jamie saw a part of the film Titanic while his parents were out and a babysitter was watching him, and from there, the obsession began. He began drawing picture after picture of the ship, over and over. More than 50 drawings in 2 weeks. The obsession amplified over time. In school, on placemats, anywhere he could, he was drawing pictures of the Titanic sinking. Jamie also knew so much about the ship, the interior levels, how it was built.
Things that the average 5-year-old just wouldn't know.
He would repeatedly tell his parents about the accident and said that it shouldn't have happened. He said there were mistakes and corners were cut. He told his mom that using iron instead of steel was wrong. Jamie said those men in the boiler room should not have been trapped like they were, and he would cry while talking about it and act as if he was responsible. And this went on for 2 years. His mom was shocked when one day Jamie was out riding his bike. He said that he saw his mom riding a bike down the same street when she was a young girl. His mom was confused and he said, "Well, you know there's windows in heaven, Mama."
This amazed his mom, as she did have a blue bike when she was a young girl.
She started to believe that maybe her son was on the ship in a past life and this was reincarnation. She began to look into the history of the Titanic and who was aboard. And there was one person who connected to Jamie, Thomas Andrews, the chief designer of the Titanic. The night the Titanic sank, Andrews did not get on a lifeboat and went down with the ship. You may remember his character from the film. Andrews was also vocal about how the financiers cut corners when building the ship, not enough lifeboats, and he notably wanted to use iron instead of steel. After visiting a Titanic exhibit at the museum and gaining some closure, the obsession slowly started to fade away for Jamie, and he eventually stopped talking about the Titanic. Jamie is now older and still believes that he was Thomas Andrews in a previous life and is at peace with it.
And career-wise, he has an intense passion for design. Wow. Am I right? What are your thoughts?
It's kind of crazy.
This is proof we aren't alone. Okay, so this alien-looking creature was recently captured on video, and it literally shapeshifts and it's glowing all these crazy colors. Is this beautiful or terrifying? Here's the video.
What the hell is that thing?
So yeah, what do you think about this? I have no idea what this is, but it's absolutely terrifying. And this is also 4,000 feet in the ocean.
That has to be like one of those weird, like jellyfish. Like, 'cause you ever seen that one? It looks like it's I can't even describe it, but it looks completely alien. When I saw it, I was like, well, that's fake, and they were like, no, it's real. It's really, it's in those so deep in the depths where there's no light, and this thing just floats around looking all stupid and alien like. It looks all stupid and alien like. I don't know what that means.
This is just proof that you never really know what's going on inside someone else's house. We have this lovely, typical American suburban home. Let's take a look inside. And just like the outside, it's absolutely gorgeous. They even have this lovely little nursery. But when I saw this, I thought, that looks peculiar. And my senses were right. Where does the secret door lead to, you might be asking? Wasn't expecting that. I mean, if I'm being honest, I kind of love it. And the garage is great. It's great. And then we're back outside and, you know, we're just hanging out, cooking on the grill for the fam, hanging out on the patio.
What kind of room was that?
Is this a ghost or just clever editing?
This video was seemingly normal at first. Someone was sitting inside their car filming out their window, but then suddenly they catch something truly horrifying. Take a look. Hauntingly, a creepy face pops into view in the bottom left-hand corner, then quickly darts away.
Hell no, I saw that.
First you may think, is this just someone pulling a prank? But when you pause the video, you can get a better look. The nightmarish face is pale with black hair and misshapen dark eyes.
Yeah, once they paused it and I can see it, it's garbage. Not saying it's not real, but it's probably like a mask. So eye, nose, mouth, maybe a hoodie. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's. I don't think it was edited, but I don't think it's real. I think it's somebody in a and just in a mask. But why they didn't notice?
So is this a ghost?
Something
or
dark.
just some very clever editing? You be the judge.
Yeah, it probably is editing. I don't know. See, oh, nope. I was going to say the light, but the light is right here. Yeah, it's probably editing. Ow.
What do you think?
I just said
Scary
editing.
Places in the Netherlands, Part 17. This villa in Driehuis is haunted by a man who lost his body. In the 20th century,
What?
banker J.H. Van Eggen died in his home, Villa Romantica. He had one wish, to be buried in the cemetery next to the villa. Before burying him, his body was preserved in the villa. When no one was watching, someone snuck into the house and stole the corpse. It was never seen again, and because of that, Van Eggen could never cross over to the other side. Therefore, his ghost is still roaming the halls, searching for his body and peace.
These are videos you can never watch at night. Okay, so we all know how there's some videos that you just can't watch at night because they're that scary. Well, in this series, I'll be showing all of those videos, so be ready to get terrified. Okay, the video I'm about to show you was captured from a dash cam inside of a cab in Japan. And it clearly shows a ghost getting inside. And apparently in Japan, the ghosts of the people who died in the 2011 tsunami don't know they're dead and they get into taxis confused. This video is absolutely terrifying, and here it is. Okay, so that's absolutely terrifying. I don't know what to think about this, but all I know is I'm not sleeping tonight.
You are sleeping that night. Don't exaggerate.
Life can get tough, chills in my bones. Working too much, weight on my soul. Closing my eyes, let it all go. The least I can try, we'll find out somehow. And so we keep moving our feet to find a way, find a way. We're gonna keep trying to believe in today.
That's fake to me.
Everywhere I go, I see the world changing. Don't care what you.
Okay.
Let me just ask you.
I
Can you tell?
I
there's
didn't tell you to
something wrong
start.
with the
I
picture
didn't.
that
I know. I did not tell you to start. You stop. Bad. Okay. We're all better. That was all right. I wasn't blown away. I don't know if I picked the right one. I've seen some good ones and I've seen some garbage ones, so it is what it is, I think, on those. But we're not going to dwell on it. We're going to go ahead and end it here so you can have a good day, have a good night. Oh, and like and subscribe. Otherwise, you'll die in your sleep. And the last thing you'll see in your dream is me shoving a big thumbs up button right down your throat. That was mean.